And welcome back to the Sooner Surge for another transfer portal commitment for the Sooners. This time it's offensive lineman from North Texas, Febechi Nwaiwu, 6'4", 316 out of North Texas. He's had a lot of experience there, was a freshman All-American according to the Athletic, was on one of those three teams. Is back in 2021 out of Texas, Coppell, Texas. And man, big time get for the Sooners. Big time get for Bill Bedenbaugh in an offensive line room that will not have a returning starter other than Jake Sexton going into the SEC next season.
Yeah, and Hunter, we've been talking about this maybe for 2-3 days about between him and Vandermark. When are they going to commit? We felt pretty good about it, and here it is. He's committed, and it really does shore up the offensive line even more. You got the Spencer Brown already transferred, and now with him, with Febechi, a guy that has a prior relationship with Seth Luttrell, which is a good thing, and then he gives you good size and good experience, and that to me is what this offensive line needs. They got talent, they got young talent, they got inexperienced talent. But this gives you a guy that's played a lot of college football and played in some games. So that really helps out a lot. And he's played multiple positions on that line, although I see them going guard on this. But, I believe he's played some center. So who knows what they'll do with that. But I think they'll probably go guard.
Yeah, I would fully expect them to play guard here at OU because looking at what the Sooners have, they have Jake Sexton, who really emerged following the Tyler Guyton injury and didn't give that spot back for the remainder of the season, the final 3-4 games, however many it was. Then you have Spencer Brown transferring in from Michigan State, who's played a lot of college football there, starting at tackle for the Spartans. So you kind of have those tackles positions locked down already, I would say. And now you get Febechi coming at guard in a room. Again, they don't have a lot of experience, but they have a lot of guys. You look at just this recruiting class from Wednesday, you got Eddie Pierre-Louis coming in this summer. You have Daniel Akinkunmi coming in as an early enrollee. You have Isaiah Autry as well. Like, you have so many guys coming in. You already have Tito Zaida there. You have Jake Taylor. Like, there's so many guys in this room, just no experience. So getting Febechi Nwaiwu is massive for that experience factor of it.
Yeah, and you're right. And talk about experience. I mean, it's a guy that, like we said, he's played a lot of snaps, and he's got that experience. And when you look at the offensive line going in next year, what they've gotten, and especially in the portal so far, now just so far, they might get another one. Well, no, who knows? But so far with Spencer Brown and Febechi, really good size going in the SEC. Really good physical size for them. And a lot of people may say North Texas. It's North Texas. Well, listen, it's not like a Division II school, okay? So it's still a Division I football, and he's played good amount of snaps, and he's got good experience. I love the relationship with Seth Luttrell. Already knows kind of probably that same blocking scheme that Seth Luttrell's wanting to run with Bill Bedenbaugh. And just a guy, we talked about it kind of once the portal started, that OU needs 2 to 3 guys at least out of the portal offensive line. And they've gotten 2 now, and I assume another one coming. And, hey, this guy would have been a lot higher ranked coming out of high school without the COVID stuff. I don't know all the details on it, but I know he missed some camps because of all the COVID stuff somewhere. So he really kind of got, I wouldn't say screwed, but the time he came out of high school, it was kind of a bad time to come out.
Yeah, the guys that are in this 2020 class, high school class, especially the ones that are at the mid-major group of fives, all of that, you kind of have to take some of it with a grain of salt, especially the ones that are hitting the portal right now that did last year and the year before. They didn't have a normal recruiting process. Like you mentioned, a lot of them missed out on camps. You're not getting big time offers without going to those camps. That's just how recruiting has worked. And Febechi, unfortunately, was a victim of that. Unable to go to the camps, North Texas was really the only thing he had. He actually had to walk on there. So, again, another chip on the shoulder there following all the COVID stuff to only be able to go to North Texas and not even get a full scholarship there. So now coming to OU, like that's a big time move. And again, a lot of these guys that are in the portal from these smaller schools are in the portal to go to bigger schools. That's just how it is.
Mhm.
Some guys ended up at places where honestly they are a lot better than they could be at the big time schools, and that's what you see here with Febechi.
Well, just go look at OU the last 2 years in the portal, offensive line wise. Okay. McCade Mator 2 years ago, coming from Cal. I mean, it's a Pac 12 school, but not like the best team in the Pac 12 by any means. So he comes in. Look what he's done in 2 years. Look how well he did in 2 years. He developed even more and became really, if you look at this year, one of the best linemen on the team. And then go look at a guy like Walter Rouse. Walter Rouse came from Stanford, comes in 1 year, really solidified that left tackle spot. The OU was wondering who's going to play left tackle. He solidified it. So what they can do with Febechi is he can come in. He may start. Nobody knows, but it gives you options, okay? And if he goes out there and really proves himself in practice, he will start. Bill Beatenbow usually starts the guys that he feels comfortable with, especially chemistry-wise. You got to get guys that fit together. And I think this is a massive, massive win for Bill Beatenbow in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I totally agree on that. It's a big time win for Bill Beatenbow and the Sooners as you're getting one of the best offensive linemen in the transfer portal. And then, like you mentioned, McCade Metallier 2 years ago, he came to Oklahoma and got significantly better. Like he's probably going to get drafted this April now. Really solidified himself, like you mentioned, as the leader on the team, especially in that offensive line room. Uh, Everyone saw what happened the West Virginia game, just sticking up for his team, all of that. Walter Rouse, same thing. Came to OU, got better. Bill Beatenbow is one of the best developers in the country, if not the best. For sure at offensive line, probably the best developer in the country. And his ability to get the guys that have already had some experience, then bring them in, get one off season with them, and turn them into an even better player has been proven time and time again through this transfer portal era that's still new to college football. But you look at the transfers that Beatenbow has gotten so far, and they've all improved. They've all played big time roles for the Sooners, and like really just you that improvement is visible, especially with McCade Metallier. He even got much better from last year to this year. Took a big time step up with another offseason with Coach Beatenbow, and now you got Febechi Nwaiwu, who will have 2 more years to do the same thing.
Yeah, and we've heard Brent Venables say it. It's not only about finding the guy with talent, but they got to be a right fit for the team. And I think that's why OU is very selective in the portal. And I think they got a great one here in Febechi. And who knows? There might be another one to come soon. But right now, Febechi Nwaiwu is a Sooner. He has committed. So appreciate you guys watching this video. As always, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss it. We will have it for you as soon as something happens with OU Sooners sports. We will have it out. So appreciate you guys. Till next time, Boomer.